Greetings, Summoners! It's time we talk about Sky Kingdoms. I knew this was going to be a long video, so I just want to tell you up front that there's a lot of stuff that's happened in the last 6-8 months of this game. And I think there's a lot of players in Sky Kingdom, in our guild, in our new server, that don't know how Cha got here, how Chaos got here, why we're still here, and the history of how we did things to get here. Because there's this misconception where I used to always say peace is bad for business. And when we started this server, or started this game, we needed it to be that way because it was a live stream where there was a new game out. I got invited to play by some Ark of War friends who are also friends in real life. And I was like, all right, yeah, I'll turn on the live stream. And we were only at like a couple thousand subscribers back then. And we ended up getting like 300 people to sign in to our new server. Our new Sky Kingdoms game, our new server made by 7 Pirates. Well, when that happened, it was very clear we weren't all going to fit in one guild. Thus, we made Cha, Sky King Kongs, and one other vulgar name. I forget what it was. It'll come back to me. But we had 3 guilds we filled up in the first week. People logged in, didn't stay, but there was 300 new players, and I remember thinking to myself, like, okay, so what are we going to do here? Are we just going to PvP everyone, zero everyone? Are we going to pay any money at all? Are we just going to play free to win? But that was server 3. Server 3. That was right at the beginning. And when we landed on that server, it was already like a week or 2 old. So there was a guild on there named, I think, Rek, R-E-K, and they had a boss named Alpha, and I was like, all right, our goal is to bring down Alpha, and we had Exo Stalker and Serenity were happy to line up and lead the guild and just start inviting everyone and promoting everyone, and Exo started spending and getting real big and getting caught up and just rushing up, and then we, within a week or 2, had pretty much taken over and invaded that server, and our motto was peace is bad for business, because one, I was already preaching that on Ark of War, because if you start making alliances, you have no one else to fight. People start arguing about server rules, and he took my tile, and oh, he accidentally zeroed me, or he speed marched. No rules. Play the game however you want to play the game. If you treat people like shit, you're going to get treated like shit. And once people kind of settle down and play the game long enough, the natural order of the way people interact kind of settles the game. Occasionally people beef, and that's normal, and that's fun for them, and let them play the damn game. It's their game. They log in to play it. Don't make so many rules. And part of those rules were no alliances, because we had more players that wanted to be in the guild than in the enemy guild. So if you weren't in the alliance of the particular guild in our alt guild, we just said you were on the enemy team. But, after a few weeks of that, the server dropped, or the players dropped down to 3 guilds, and then alts picked up, and there was some shifting going on. A month later, we were down to like 150 players still, which is a lot of players, considering the server probably only had about 150 active players. We were just all small compared to them. But time went on, and we refused to make alliances with anyone. And they found out our whole objective was to just zero everyone. And there were even members of the community from Ark of War that were playing Sky Kingdoms that just happened to be on the other side of the fence, and they wanted to jump into our pool, or they wanted to be on our team. And some of them did, some of them didn't. I think, who were the original ones? Oh, I shouldn't go there right now. Okay, so the point is that originally Cha was a straight-up PvP, no rules, let's just have fun. There's nothing to lose. We're all at Tier 1, Tier 2 right now. But as time goes on, months go by, people spend lots of money, the game starts to get a little more serious. The Galactic Battle came around, people were actually getting zeroed in one hit, leadership started spiking into the 10s, 20s, and 30,000, and the little fun game we were playing that had no risk at all, you could march your full army, and then if you died, you just healed and you were back up and running in 20 minutes. All that's gone. That's all gone now. Tier 7 is the full-blown meta. Many people have Tier 9. You don't have free range to just attack anyone and everyone. Even Tier 2 can do damage to Tier 7 unless they have a ton of money on tier suppression gear. But that time has passed. That was 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So the game has basically become Ark of War, which is fine. That's where it was going in the first place. And it's gotten a facelift, and it's added a bunch of new stuff, including new gear Ark of War doesn't have. And we've gone through now our 3rd merge. So recently I decided that I wanted to make sure the guild had a boss player, someone who was spending, that could lead the guild in the right direction, that we could funnel our guild bank into, funnel our just active player base into, and someone to rally behind. That's what these games really need, is a big player we hang on the coattails of the big player and push them in the direction that they need to go with the concerted effort of the guild, because it really makes a difference. You can't play this game as a one-man army. People try all the time, and it may be fun for them, but the long term is you end up realizing that the army you're about to build costs 100 billion resources. It would take you 6 years to farm 100 billion resources on your own. But if you had 80 people pushing resources to you for a couple of weeks, you could have it done in a couple of weeks. And that's what this game is about. It really is about teamwork, making it feel like everyone is involved and they're pushing towards a greater goal, and one person spending more to be at the top. But it's a natural order of things. It's actually a common theme in Chinese literature, so it kind of shows up in games like this, which makes a lot more sense to them than us. But most American players have never seen a game like this before, and it's more common in China. Okay, so as this was all going on over the last 6 months, there was a lot of heated arguments. A lot of people started taking it personal that we wouldn't ally with them. I could think of a few members offhand. There was Char from AXR and Water or Liquid, whatever his name was, one of the other guild leaders. And they got real butthurt that our main objective was to zero all of them, and we refused to have peace. We didn't want peace. We didn't want to log in and have to follow rules, and we wanted all-out war, all-out risk, high rolling, high stakes all the time. That's what we wanted. And we had to be the bad guys. Otherwise, you can't have good guys fighting good guys. It just meant it was natural to just be all out, be savage, and just go crazy. And it was funner that way. We were playing the heel. It's just traditional. How are you going to get everyone on the server to fight against you except make them hate you? Well, that's the way to do it. You can't ask them nicely. So that kind of spanned into a long rivalry on our server, which kept it going for a good time. I really enjoyed the entertainment there. It was always battles, always nonstop. And then that was our first merge. Our second merge, I thought to myself, okay, we're getting to the point where Tier 9 is around the corner. We need to get serious about actually developing into a real guild. At that point, we had lost Exo, Stalker, and Serenity, who were pretty much running the guild for us. And I kind of got dropped the guild into my lap. I never wanted to be the guild leader. I don't like being a guild leader. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want the recognition. A lot of being a guild leader is doing it for the sake of the guild, and that that you're helping everyone else out, and there's an appreciation that comes with it. I don't want that. I never wanted that. That's not going to keep me as the guild leader. I did it. I kept it going because everyone wanted me to. We'd come this far, and I always was looking for the next big player to carry the guild. Shagan came along. Great player, started spending, getting close to Tier 9, finally got Tier 9. I thought, all right, now we finally have someone that we can rally behind. We can be competitive in Galactic Battle, and we can push our guild bank to him. And that's been going on for a couple of months, and that's been working out really well. Well, all the while this has been going on, we've been losing my voice. All right. All the while this is going on, we've been having Galactic Battles. We're going into the second season of the Galactic Battle. Right now, is it second or third season? Second or first? Second or first? Let me check. I think the second season. Let me check the history here. Season 2 just ended. Chinatown won it first season. ZGL won it. ZGL won it first season. CNT won it second season. We've met guilds all along the way, and we've started our own little line community with Sky Kingdoms. We have our own guild channel. This funny little live stream event turned into a full-blown gaming experience, and a bunch of friendships and bonds that have built over the last 6 or 8 months, which was once kind of a joke, is now what people do. It's their go-to game. Not everyone plays this and Ark of War. Some people only play this. Some people used to play both. But it's a serious thing now, and we have to treat it as a serious thing because it's not just something I want to throw away. I don't want to just be like, walk away, we can leave the guild at any time. No, because there are players here that are invested, that are our friends, that we want to play with. But there's also the selfish side of how far do I want to go in this game? What else do I want to do? And I've heard players quit for so many different reasons over the last 150 players. We're down to 60 hardcore players, hard players. I really love the guild members we have right now. They're all hard players. They're all good players. 20 of them are legitimately going to go on to be great players in this game and continue to be great players. But we had an opportunity in our last server merge to merge with another English-speaking community guild, which was huge for us because our last merge, we ran into this guy, FHA, who was a great boss player and super active and fun to be a villain. He was fun to play against, but fact of the matter is he just outspent us like crazy. This guy dropped 10 or 20 grand. He got straight to tier 10. He outdid our leadership 4-1. I mean, I have a bullet or a Gervalurk, and even full blasting him with 60,000 leadership just wasn't enough to put a dent in him. He just didn't care. He just throw money at it. Like, it wasn't even fun punishing him because he was just a dick all the time. It got to the point where it was just like, all right, this guy's way ahead of everyone. It's not even a fair fight anymore. It's like, this is just punishment to play against him. So it kind of got boring. And we never were able to recruit him because he just kept joining guilds and burning them to the ground. He just liked doing his own thing, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But, didn't make for a great experience for the rest of the server. And we finally got an opportunity to merge with this new guild and put the best of our players with the best of their players and actually go somewhere with this game. So I guess what a lot of this video is about is explaining to people my mindset and kind of what Cha as a guild has been doing. We've just been a hardcore kill everything, no rules, PvP, 0 on site, log in, do whatever you want, no rules except, don't hit the allied guild, and that's about it. 0 if you want to, fight who you want to. And it's kind of evolved into a real guild, and with real players that have some real money in it, and we need to think about those players and what we want to do as a guild, because it's hard to compete with the players that have just outspent everyone to the point where you can't compete at all. So now a lot of what we're going to do is involved in the Galactic Battle, and hopefully some new features they bring in from Arc of War, maybe the 6v6 PvP. But the game is going to widen out for us. It's not going to be a one-dimensional chaos game. It is going to widen out to Galactic Battle, to more social interactions, to more working on projects, more working on events together. And by merging with another guild, it's going to give us those options. Now, of course, there's the downside of this. Not everyone's going to make it into the new guild, right? They've got 80 players. We've got 80 players. Well, there's only room for 80. So what does that mean? We take 40 of theirs and 40 of ours, stick them together? Well, you obviously want to put the biggest players with the best, with the other biggest players, because they're going to be on the same team in galactic battles, and usually they're more active, so they compete more in events and quests and daily stuff. So what ends up happening is your highest level, most active players end up in one guild, and your less active, less power players end up in another, and people get frustrated because the game and guild they were in isn't the same, and they want to quit. They want to either get back in the guild they were in with their friends, or be upset that they're not placing as high in the original events that they were placing in. But on one hand, I think, yeah, that kind of sucks. Nobody wants to do that, right? I don't want to draw a line between friends by making them realize, like, hey, there's more to this game than the way you've been playing it. These guys want to go to the next level. You're still down here in tier 4 land, and you're not active enough to really be a part of that. Listen, if you understand what I'm saying, is that there are a lot of players that aren't going to make the cut, and that sucks. But over time, if you really do want to be in that best guild, that competitive guild, and you want to compete with the highest level players, that's why you want to be in that guild, then get there. Get the power. Get the work on the quests. Show up in events. Make yourself of use. Every time you place high in events, in this guild event, it gives everyone in the guild more gold, right? If everyone in the guild get up to 1,500 gems if you get first place, but second place only 800. If you're one of those players that's always scoring high in events, you're going to be needed in those big guilds. They need players to show up. They need people to send rallies. They need people to send Gervalurks. That you're going to have a use. So if you really want to be there, pester the right people. Show them that what you're worth. Numbers talk. Don't be annoying. Hit up, first place in a quest, or top 5 or top 10 in a quest every day. That's the way you level up. If you're not going to pay for it, or if you're not going to donate a lot. And that's another way, is if you're always donating, if everything you farm goes to the main player's army, you'll get in a guild. They need someone just funneling resources to them for healing. So unfortunately, this is the part of that time in a server merge where your guild has to join up with the next best guild, and not everyone loves it. And that's just one of the aspects of this game. And the fact is that the players you're playing with now, maybe 50% of them are going to be playing with you in a year, and 50% of them are going to be playing with you in another year. And I can tell you that honestly, because I started this game 2 years ago in Arc of War, and I know exactly that's kind of how it works out. So it's just the evolution of how things work. We can't all die alone and watch the guild fizzle out. We have to merge. We have to let the strongest rise to the top. And if you feel like you're one of those people and you're getting left behind, talk to the right people. Show them your worth, and that's just how you do it. There's not an easier way. You just got to rip the Band-Aid off, do the merge, and then let everything solve it. Just don't take it personal. Some of these people are going to take it personal. It's not personal. People have time and money committed to this game, and they want the best for their main boss players. They want the best for their members, and that we're just trying to make it better for the people that play it the most, not the people we like the most, the people that play it the most. So I don't know. My voice is killing me. I want to keep going on about it, but I'm just I think that pretty much covers it. So all of you members of ARC that are joining CHA or CHA joining ARC, welcome to our little guild community, which you're probably already a part of because most of you are in the line chat. If you're not in the line chat, check the description below. Say I want to be invited. Message me directly and say I want to be invited to the Sky Kingdoms community. I'll invite you. And we're in this video here because my voice is dead. I can't talk anymore. All right, guys. I'll see you on Sky Kingdoms, reporting and starting from server 3 all the way to server 126. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.